I'm Charlotte Sands, and I'm very excited to be here.
I don't know if you remember this, but we did the Chicago show review and the photos that you were like sharing on your story with your family.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Wait,
was us.
that's so amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I love this for us.
So,
I love this reunion.
Yeah,
yeah,
we
and
decided to go all out. I got my Can We Start Over shirt. We're ready to go.
That's all right there. I love that.
I got my vinyl up here too. So we got all the Charlotte stuff going today.
Really came prepared. I really appreciate that. Sorry that I don't
Yes.
have anything with your faces on it, but
That's okay.
That's okay.
work on it.
Um, Afterlife came out today.
I know. Release day. Here
That's
we
so
are.
exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that song to be out. I love it so much, and I feel like one of those songs that has just been like I've had it since January of last year. We wrote it, which is
Wow.
so long ago. But it was like one
Yeah.
of the first songs I wrote after coming back from the Can We Start Over tour, and like one of the first songs that I feel like made me excited for the new phase of music and chapter of my life. I'm really excited that it's finally out, and I'm not waiting anymore to share it.
Yeah. You've been teasing it like with the videos of you and the fans and everything. Kind of like how did the fan relationship after that tour kind of
Yeah.
make that song come about?
I mean, honestly, it's so funny. Every time I've written a love song, I feel like so often I think about singing it live, and it starts like most of the time if it's like a romantic relationship or something that's like about a personal relationship, and then every time I write one of those songs and I actually imagine like singing it live, always start and end up being like, I feel like this song is just about like the audience and about like the listeners, and
Yeah.
that's when it like really feels so emotional to me because I can just picture myself in those moments with like the people who like I love so much, and some of these people that have come to these shows I've known longer than I've known my partner. So it's like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
like there is this level of just I think when you have a relationship like that with people who you're like growing up with, even if you don't see them for a year or 2 years, we're all kind of growing up in this community
Mhm.
together. And so those songs just feel so much more emotional and special. And yeah, I just love it. And I feel so grateful that I get to like experience life with so many people all over the world. And we have this like
Yeah.
community together. It's amazing.
Do you have any fan interactions like from recently that are have like really stuck with you now that you've been off the road for a little bit?
Yeah. Oh my God. Let me think. I mean, honestly, the when we did the summer school tour in like July, June,
Hmm.
sometime, we played Boston on my birthday and I'm from Boston, so it
Oh,
was like the stars aligned and my like whole family was there, and it was probably the first time I've actually spent my birthday with my family and since I was like 18.
Oh,
They moved
wow.
so early. So it was just like it was so strange because I feel like as we grow up, birthdays and things like that become like for some people like are kind of weird. Like I don't like asking people
Yeah.
to celebrate me. I feel like people celebrate me enough, especially in my like friend groups and my family.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm always being like, look at this thing I did, or like let's
Yeah.
talk about this exciting thing that's coming up. And so it feels weird to ask people to do that again. And when you have people who like some of these people I've never met before, some of them I barely know, and they're going out of their way just to like make me feel special, and they just like knew it was my birthday and would bring things and write letters and make bracelets and all these things just because they knew it was my hometown show and knew that it was my birthday. I don't know, like things like that are so
Yeah.
they're just like so kind, and I think when people go out of their way to make people feel seen and appreciated, that's like the nicest thing in the entire world. So I think that just like meant a lot to me, and the fact that I was able to experience it with so many people and then have my family there and then like all my friends on the tour
Yeah.
was just really wonderful. And yeah, it was the sweetest thing ever. And I loved everyone so much.
Oh,
Well, how cool for like your family to see like how many fans are doing that for you and like seeing you succeed, not just like on the stage, but like the way that all of the fans are showing up for you too. That's so cool.
Thank you. That's so nice. My mom, it's so funny. Like my mom will just like be over talking to people in line and like giving away her personal information. And I'm like, Mom, like she'll just be over there being like, "Oh, what are you doing for lunch later? You guys want to go come?" And I'm just like, "Oh, go on. I guess we're all going."
oh my
Oh my
God.
Yeah,
gosh.
she's like always like have to like constantly just be like, "You don't need to DM people if they're messaging you." Like I was like, "You don't know who these people are." Like I feel like when I'm messaging people, if I'm really extensively messaging people, I know enough information or I'm like I've met them.
Yeah.
We're building some sort of relationship, but I'm like, I know my mom is over there being like, "Oh, you need something of Charlotte's? I'll mail you a shirt. There's extra merch in my garage, you know?" And I'm like, "All right, we're gonna ease you out of that." No, but it's so
Mom, I make money off of that. That
she's just like,
supports
"Oh,
me.
I'm like, sure, she has some extra stuff laying around. I'll mail it out to everybody." But yeah, it was so fun, and I love being back in Boston and with everybody. It's the best.
Yeah, that's a great story. I love it.
It's also so cute. I've been seeing so many videos of fans like posting to the song with like their long distance best
Mhm.
friends from like shows, and it's so
Yeah.
cute.
It's so sweet, and it's like it genuinely. I don't. It's honestly really. I feel like over the last year of not really touring a lot, I feel like I've
Hmm.
been kind of like in a weird headspace of feeling so detached from the people who are like usually at my shows and I feel like it's such a strange thing for I feel like my whole career has been based off of like these really physical and like tangible moments and things and relationships and going a year without seeing people in person and being able to have those moments has been really, really strange. And then when people make
Yeah.
those videos and started kind of posting those videos and I could like see these memories being made and actually like watching these friendships and seeing myself in those videos because like I am long distance from most of my friends and my family and
Hmm.
I like so much of what I have in common with my friends and my family is like music or live shows and I was
Hmm.
like watching these videos being like, "Oh my God, this looks like me and my friends and these
Yeah.
beautiful friendships that are able to just like they're able to share this thing and I'm like so grateful that I get to be something that they get to like bond over. That's so cool to me. But yeah, it just made me have this like new thing of like get out of this pity party of being like, oh, I'm just like sitting around. I just want to play shows and blah blah. While I really I think all these people still exist and they all have this
Hmm.
bond and we all have this connection. And now my new thing is like, how do we make sure that people still feel that connection when we're not able to be together? And how do we like really um, be intentional about like having a community when people can all connect like all over the world and not necessarily have to be at a show and can make friendships and like make um, memories together. And so like now that's kind of my new thing is I'm like, okay, how do we do this all the time? You know, like how do we
Yeah.
make that feeling like exist always and forever. So yeah, they've like inspired me to kind of feel differently about that.
That
That's a
is,
lofty goal, but I love it.
well, I was like, that's so nice that that's something that you think about, like trying to connect with people all the time, even when you're not seeing them.
Yeah.
I know they just like are it really is like the only reason that this like career feels really possible and like really exciting to me. Like I mean it really is just like a dream and like trying to make things work. And when you see things like that, you're like, oh, it's not actually like that hard. Like my life is like this is a pretty amazing and pretty
Yeah.
special thing that I get to be a part of. And my goal is to just like facilitate those exact emotions that they like showed in those videos, and try to facilitate memories and um, experiences for people to like create those friendships, which is exciting to me.
I love that. So you also recently put out Hush and Neck Deep. How does Afterlife kind of like tie into that in like this new chapter for you?
That's a great question. I mean, I feel like Hush to me was like the perfect single to like come back from not putting music out for a while because I was like, this feels
Yeah.
so summery and it feels so me, so club classic, so very,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but like also just like I was so excited to play it live and
Mm-hmm.
I felt like going on tour and just being on tour during the summer, I really wanted to like put out something that felt fun and not that serious. And there's enough serious things in the world right now that sometimes I'm like, sometimes it's my job to try and translate really heavy emotions. And I feel like sometimes it's my job to be like, let's just have a good time. There's
Yeah.
and so that song was so fun. And same with Neck Deep. Like I just really enjoyed like the creative process of those. And I felt like it was kind of, I think Afterlife is kind of the bridge of um the music I've made in the past and just like my inspirations that I grew up listening to and like the Michelle Branch and Sheryl Crow and all of those people, but also with the more like alt, like Youngblood stuff that's like always inspiring to me and just being able to combine
Hmm.
like a lot of my different musical influences and just like really guitar heavy and
Yeah.
live instrument based stuff. So that was just like that whole just feels like more of my songwriter side of myself and like the singer-songwriter version that I like grew up being. And so I feel like it's like the perfect bridge to have like the you can have the fun, lighthearted things and then also have the kind of deeper, more dramatic emotion
Yeah.
as well.
I
I
love
mean, your whole set list for summer school was like amazing. Every single song I was like, she's playing this one.
Dude, I got like bullied into bringing back so like tantrum and stuff.
Tantrum.
I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Like after the Can We Start Over tour, I was like, I just honestly thought that song was like it was like a bit that people liked that song. I really didn't realize how
No.
offended people were that I didn't play it. And then I learned my lesson and I was like, never again. My bad. Yeah. But I'm glad I
Well,
brought it
I
back.
was doing photo during that song and I had my camera up and I like my hands were shaking. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe she's playing this song right now. And I'm like,
That is
I have to
so
stay
nice.
focused though.
Let's go. I'm so glad you love it. That song is so fun live, and I loved seeing everyone's reactions when they like didn't know that I was playing it, and then we'd open up
Yeah.
and I know it's so hard to make set lists. There's like so much to choose from.
I was also gonna say Neck Deep and Hush like are the other two that when I think back on the show, I was like floored by those. Those three are the three that stick in my brain like, whoa,
Wait, that's so
this
nice.
is epic.
That makes me so happy. That was really like yeah, those I just wanted them to be like big and dramatic and I was so excited. It was like the first time we ever really got to make visuals and like visualizers
Hmm.
for like the screens on stage. So the second I heard they were
Yeah.
gonna have LED screens, I was like, oh, we need to put out. That's actually why I decided to put Neck Deep as the second single because I was like, I can imagine this live with visuals, and I want
Yeah.
to be able to feel like super dramatic. And I just knew exactly what I wanted it to look like. So I was really excited that we got to kind of mess with that as well.
I feel like if they played like
Neck.
Hush and Neck Deep in the club, like maybe I'd actually go, you know?
We're gonna do that, and we're gonna get you to the club.
All right, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a Hush remix competition going on right now, and I'm so excited
Ooh.
because I'm like really hoping and praying that one of the remixes is like the perfect like club remix. Uh,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna, it's like perfect just in time for winter
Yeah.
for us to just all be in our houses listening to the Hush Club remix.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you guys.
You kind of talked about this a little bit before when you were talking about Sheryl Crow and Michelle Branch and Youngblood. Are there any other like artists or bands that are like inspiring you right now or while you were writing this new music?
Ooh, that's a great question. I mean, I think I'm always like so inspired by Haley Williams. I mean, that's an easy
Mm.
Oh,
one. And I just love her solo stuff that
Yeah, I
she's
was
put.
gonna say, did you like
yeah.
her new album?
Yeah, she's so good. And she's just like lyrically so good. And I think she's just one of those artists that like everything she says, I'm like, yep, I agree. Yep. Like she
Yeah.
just like stands on business and really, really, yeah, in every way. Like she just has a vocally, obviously a powerhouse. She like just writes and like really holds her own as like a writer. And then she also is just like a phenomenal person. And so I'm like, yeah, no pressure at all, trying to hit all those marks. But she's
Triple
just, you know,
threat. Yeah.
I know, truly. And so she's been like a huge one for me. And I'm trying to think of like what else I've been listening to recently. I've been listening to a lot of did you guys ever listen to like Dido or Frou Frou or any
I
of
don't think so.
Yes. I
Okay.
know Frou Frou.
They're so sick. So I've been going
Yeah.
back and listening to a lot of that because that's kind of what I grew up like when that was what was like playing in my house, and I just love
Yeah.
that kind of music. And then I'm such like I mean, I was just on tour with her, but I just love Taylor Acorn, and I love that girl with my whole body and heart.
Yeah.
And I think she's so great, and I just like love her. I think her music is like so timeless, and so
Hmm.
it's exactly like all the music I grew up on and I loved, and I think she just does that so well. And yeah, so I love listening to her stuff, and I like love being like her a cheerleader on the sidelines and just being like, that's my girl.
Yeah.
So
And you guys got to do Final Nail together? That one's sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
We have the best time. Like we genuinely, like she just sent me a video of she made an edit to Afterlife with all just videos of
Oh,
us singing together.
Oh,
And I was just like
that's so
sitting there like crying, like this, I miss you so much. Because like we genuinely just when we were touring together, like I think both of us realized that we've always like touring can be super isolating, especially being like a
Mhm.
woman on tour. You're usually
Yeah.
most of my career has been I've been surrounded by men, even though my team is mainly women. I feel like our touring teams have mostly been men, and our bands are.
Yeah.
And then so I think both of us, the second we started touring together, like had this realization where we're like, this feels so different because, and we like woke up every
Yeah.
day like feeling like we were just in it together. And there was just this, yeah, there was just this, I don't know, sense of like comfort, and it was really wonderful. And I think both of us now after that tour were just like, what are we gonna do now?
yeah,
What
just
are we gonna
co-headline.
If you want to tour together again, I will
do?
be there.
Every day we'd be like, should we start a band? I was like, should we do a
Yeah.
side project? We're just gonna do like a country. Both of us were love the Wreckers. Did you ever listen to the Wreckers? With,
Yes.
okay, with Michelle
Yeah.
Branch. Um,
Yes.
and they had like Leave the Pieces and those songs, and
Uh-huh.
Taylor and I both like grew up on that and like the Dixie Chicks and stuff. So we
Yeah.
were like, we start like a countryside project.
Well, I saw you
You
guys like
should.
you guys were out there like riding your horses like on tour and stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, we have, it's actually really strange how similar our lives are and like our childhoods were. Like we both grew up like horse girls.
Me
We
too.
literally both go,
Yep.
yeah, let's
I'm
go.
still a horse girl, so
Same,
Yeah.
through and through. It used to be like something that you're supposed to be like embarrassed about.
oh,
And
I'm proud of it.
No, it's cool.
in middle school, I remember getting like bullied because my sister and I would have to wake up at like 4 a.m. and like muck the stalls and brush the horses and do all of that before we went to school. And if we were late, we'd have to just get on the bus with like our muck boots and like
Yeah.
our pajamas on.
You're like covered
And
in hay like on the
so
bus.
literally, and we'd like be sitting in class and people were like, what is that smell? And we would be like, they were like, it smells like cows. And we would just be sitting there like covered in mud and in our fucking pajamas and our boots, our rain boots. And
Not
it
me.
was so funny. Yeah. And I was like, not me,
Not
no,
me.
that's that girl. But like yeah, I just remember people would be like so like it was like not cool. It was very nerdy, I think, at the time. And now it's like Bella Hadid. And
Oh my God, yeah, it's like cool now.
I'm like, yes, bring it back. It's like her and Kendall Jenner like galloping, and people are like,
Yeah.
wow, horse girls really are it. And I'm like, damn, I miss the generation. But now I'm like, I'm so happy that that's like this has been like the year of me getting back into hobbies and things I
Yeah.
love outside of music. So I love having someone else to like do that with me and finding things that
Yeah.
I love that have nothing to do with music, which is, I think, good
Yeah.
for everybody.
Well, you kind of got to
Yeah.
have those hobbies so you're like a person outside of music.
Yep.
I need to have things to write about. I can't just be writing
Yeah.
on the bus, new Walmart parking lot in a different city. It just is like all
There's
down
pizza
low.
at catering again.
Yeah, exactly. Same food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yep.
We're on to something, guys.
Back to the real question.
Oh yeah.
So, talking about summer school tour, you also did Warp Tour, which was really cool, and I was so
Mhm.
jealous that I couldn't be there. Um, but what was it like kind of performing to such different audiences? Because I feel like on summer school tour, did you guys switch the order every night of like who was technically like headlining? How was that?
Yeah. So I think it was a total of 7 bands. It
Yeah.
was Huddy went first every night, then there were 3 openers after that that rotated, and then 3 headliners that rotated.
Yeah.
Mm. Which I loved. I think the funniest thing was when we
Hmm.
all started the tour, we all were like, we want to go last because like who wouldn't want to like headline the show?
Yeah.
And by the time the tour was over, all of us were like, yes, we're going first. We all just started being like, wait, I think first is like the best slot because like we all of us are like in our late 20s or 30s, and so um it's so funny how like we just started being like, oh, we can play at 8:30 and be like showered and
Done.
be set at 9:30. Like this is awesome. But yeah, no, it was the best. And I think and it was also interesting just like how people thrive at different times and kind of like some people really like closing out the show. Some people really like the middle energy of like right from the being in like the really middle of the show. So it's really interesting. And it was like just so fun. It just everybody on that tour was just so wonderful and like collaborative and just like wanting to hang out every day and everyone just watched everyone's sets every night. I've like never seen anything like it. I've never seen people like
Yeah.
usually they do that one night of tour and everyone like tries to be supportive and then they kind of get busy and have their things going on. But like every single night I would play, I would look over and there was just, like other bands from the tour watching the whole set and then we'd watch it was just like the best time. Everyone was so nice.
I say, did everybody from the tour do
Do
Warped Tour
what?
too?
Yeah, I think everybody did because I think
Yeah.
the stage we were on, they set it up just like the actual tour so that we kind
Yeah,
of
that's
had
cool.
the same lineup. Yeah, it was really sick. And yeah, and Warped Tour was amazing though. I've never been to Warped Tour besides that. That was my first time ever there and which
Wow.
is crazy because
Yeah.
obviously I've like it's so legendary and I grew up. It's
Mm-hmm.
so funny. I think I grew up kind of like I didn't really have friends who listened and went to shows in high school and middle
Yeah.
school and stuff. I had one friend who um loved live shows and we went and saw like the Maine and Mayday parade together and it
Yeah.
changed my life when I was
Oh,
16. I'll never forget it. But yeah, we and then but like most of the time like I never really went to like live music things. I never really went to a lot of shows. I would just like stay in my basement and like write songs by myself and be a nerd. But I yeah, that like being there is like my first experience. I was like, "Oh, I get it. Like I understand why this means
yeah.
so much to people and I like understand why this is like so legendary and it was so much fun and people were so supportive and there's just this like culture of really wanting to discover new music as well and people just being
Hmm.
curious about like other bands where in a lot of festivals I think like there's people go to see their favorite artists. I feel like that
Yeah.
festival people are really excited to like discover new music and like I was out throughout the day like handing out flyers for my set. I was like I need to
Yeah.
fully dive into the culture of Warped Tour and some of the other guys like the Arrows and Actions guys who were on
Mm-hmm.
summer school tour like we're standing at the front like the gates where people are entering with huge signs being like our set times and like all this stuff and I was like it was
That's cute.
and I just like loved it and I just think there's nothing cooler than like those moments of like trying to get people to listen to your music, like still being out on the street, like boots on the
Yeah.
ground, marketing.
Yeah.
I just loved it. And I like loved having it felt like what is it called when you're having to you almost like put yourself in embarrassing situations. Oh, it's like exposure therapy.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's like honestly what it was for me, but in like the best way. Like me having to go up to people being like, come to my meet and greet. I was like, this
Yeah.
is like so fun and humbling because so many people said no.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my God,
and
people said no?
yeah, like I mean, most of the people
Me.
there did not know who I was, but
But
like I
still.
loved having to like go up to people and being like, come hang out. And then so many people did that didn't know my music and were like, we're
Yeah.
going to your show later. And that's just like that is to
That's
me
cool.
like I think what I miss so much about like before pre-social media is like having to
Yeah.
like get people to just like you have to go out and get people to do that. There's no like discovery. They don't see your videos first or hear your music first. Like you are out there like just being like, trust me. And then you have to make it up to all those people by actually like putting on a great show and being like critical
Yeah.
of them, you know? So there's something exciting about that. It felt very nostalgic and wonderful. I
Letting
love
your
that.
personality and your music do the marketing for you. And it worked.
Yeah, I'm like, it can't go that far with the personality, but hopefully the music, you know,
You're lying. You're fun
No, your
on
personality is
stage.
amazing.
that's really nice. I'm gonna tell everyone you said that.
I have to back up for just
But
a second. Don't you have a collab with the Maine and Mayday Parade?
the main, yes.
The
I
Maine?
was really sitting here being like, did I do a song with Mayday? And I was like,
I knew there was one with the Maine, and I thought that there was. Isn't there somebody else on that one too?
yeah, Taking Back Sunday.
Taking Back
Yes,
Sunday,
that's
that's
what
what
it
it
is.
was.
Insane. Yeah, I do have a song with the main, which is like also one of the like
Yeah,
that song is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me in my life, probably. Because like the main, I've been listening to them since I was in middle school. I literally
yeah.
DM'd them. That's like how we met for the first time. It's like I DM'd them when
Wow.
the Sticky album came out, and I was like, this is the best thing that ever happened to music. And then they like responded being like, thanks. And then
And you're like,
yeah, and I'm like, oh my God, I like no, I still have like screenshots like sending it to everyone, being like, "I responded." Like, and no, they're truly like the best. Like the fact that we've gotten to play so many shows together and do so many fun things, like they're just the most wonderful. They're honestly the perfect example of like meeting your idols and like like the people that you really look up to. Like they are the kindest most wonderful people I've ever met in my life and have been a band for like 17 years and the same members,
yeah.
all the same members, like, and are all just like really happy and have families and pretty normal lives outside of their like really successful careers. And I feel like
Hmm.
looking at them is a perfect example of like, oh, you can have everything and you can do it all. You just have to like be a nice person and be kind and like
Hmm.
all these like I've learned a lot about like how to have a sustainable career and like a healthy life from them and so much more than just being like an insane crazy fan. Um,
Yeah.
but which I still am for sure. Um, but yeah, they're just wonderful and I'm so grateful that we got to do that song together and tour together and everything else and maybe we'll sing it at Warped Tour in Orlando in November.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
do I have to go to Orlando?
Fly in, come on.
Well, if this happens, I'm excited for the videos.
Yeah, it's all because of you guys.
Because
Yeah.
we brought it up in an
No.
interview.
No.
100% take credit.
Yeah, I know the Maine for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
Thanks for
I
sending that.
don't.
What would
We'll
I do?
use that as the social media clip and tag the
I'm
Maine in it so that
like, wait, what an amazing idea. I'll do some liners for you. Wait, that's
yeah.
great. Thanks for thinking of that.
Charlotte Sands is gonna play with the Maine at Warp Tour?
Yeah,
What?
exclusive.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
Like she says that
You
like
heard it
every
here
5 seconds.
first.
This isn't new. I'm
Oh
just
my
riding their
gosh.
coattails.
It's new for the one person that saw it that didn't see the other time you said it.
Exactly. And that's worth it for me.
But you've opened up for some pretty cool people. You opened up for Youngblood, My Chemical Romance, which is sick, and you opened up for Five Sauce as well. How did those experiences kind of like shape how you approached your own headlining shows once you started doing those?
Oh, that's a great question. I feel like I've learned so much from like every person I've toured with. Honestly, Youngblood was probably the most like drastic I've like shift I've had from like be as a performer after watching him.
Hmm.
Because I think that was my first tour ever. And
Wow, really?
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
that was like 2022,
So it's like
2023.
right when live music started coming back.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
still like we had to be like fully masked backstage. It was
Yeah.
like we had to do COVID tests every single day. Like it was very much
Wow.
still locked down and but he I've just like never seen someone who is like such a rock star like through and through. Like you know when you watch movies of these people that you're like, "Oh, that's like a rock star."
Yeah.
He is
Yeah.
that person from like the second he wakes up in the morning to the second he goes to sleep and is just, yeah, it's like this energy that you're just like, that person is supposed to be a superstar. And he is like the kindest, most energetic, would come into our green room every day, did not like owe me anything, did not know me. I was just like the opener. And he
Hmm.
came in every day and would be like, "How was the show last night? How was it?" And like would just be like so excited and be like, "How was the crowd?" Like everything. I'll stop doing the accent. But and was just like so supportive and like giving like pointers and like really kind ways and just like going around and being like, there's a way that a confidence that he just like handles his life and his career and a kindness for his fans that I've like really never seen in person or hadn't seen in person at that time that like he cares so much. Like he'll stand outside in Los
Yeah.
Angeles for like 3 hours just to talk to people.
Yeah.
Wow.
His team is like, we are gonna miss our flight. And he's like, yeah, man. Okay, I have to stop doing it. I'm not Australian. But yeah, so that was just like really wonderful and just like the energy he had on stage, the intention behind like every single moment and making sure every single show is like 100%. Like there was never a show
Mhm.
that dipped below like the standard for them. And I've tried to really go into my own shows with that mentality. I'm like, every single show is an arena show. We never, like, I
Mhm.
don't care if I am playing a random, like, private show for 15 people. I'm gonna treat it like it's an arena. And that's always just been like a rule of mine and for my band. And like, we always go into everything being like, this could be the last show of our lives. How
Yeah.
do we want
Yeah.
to play it? Like, how do we want to remember it? Um, which I think is just like the most important, probably lesson I've learned as a performer. And every single person in the audience deserves the best show every single time, even if they're standing there like, I'm like, I'm gonna change your mind. And even if
Yeah.
I don't,
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
They're
go
great
by
mindset. I
30
love it.
minutes.
by
Yeah.
the end they're like bobbing their head.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're coming over being like, you shouldn't swear that much. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
you're right. And that's okay. But I'm like, we'll probably get along on like some things. I'm like, you probably like James Taylor and I like James Taylor. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll find a thing. I might have to really like try hard, but I'll find a connection there. And no, and I think that that's like such an amazing thing to witness. And same with the main is just like making sure that you say hi to everyone at the venue and you thank everyone at the venue and every single time everywhere you go, make sure that like you're taking care of like the crew and you're taking care of every person involved. And I think that is something that's just like now ingrained in me and ingrained in the people that work with me. And yeah, so I'm so grateful. I've gotten to like tour with such incredible people that it's like really, really formed my business and like my touring business as well, which I feel really grateful for.
That's amazing. Also, I will attest to the being a rock star thing. I saw him in San Diego and I literally like as soon as he came on stage, I was like, "Oh my God." Like,
Yeah, it's literally I think like how I feel like our parents and like my parents felt like watching
yeah.
like or people watching like the Beatles for the first
No,
time.
I
I'm
took
like,
my
Yeah.
dad. My dad loves Youngblood. I took him with
oh,
me,
that's
and
amazing.
it felt like I was watching him like watch somebody like in his generation because he
Yeah.
was so into it. I was like,
Well,
this is so cool.
it's like watching Queen.
Yeah.
I feel like someone
Yeah.
could like clip this and be like Charlotte Sands comparing, but like I genuinely think that like that there is like this energy And it honestly is like the same feeling I get when you like watch your friends doing the thing that you know they are meant to do. Like you
Hmm.
see somebody, and even strangers, when you watch somebody like doing the thing that they are so obviously supposed to be doing, there's something, it's like something just shifts into place in the world. And I think every
Yeah.
time I see him like literally just interacting with people, performing like anything. He is so unapologetically himself. Like he has gotten so much criticism in like over the years of being like so energetic and all of these things. And he just like never changed who he was. And now the world is like, wait, you are incredible. And
Best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like and he's always been that way. And it's really amazing just watching somebody like really, really be themselves and be so unapologetically themselves and like just taking up all the space in the like in the room in this really beautiful way of like you cannot look away from him. And I think
Yeah.
there's just something special about people like that and having like people to look up to like that who are kind,
Hmm.
wonderful, and like spreading joy. And it's like this really positive movement and about like self-expression and all these things. So I'm going on a young blood rampage.
It's
Every
okay.
time I talk about him, I feel like I'm like, let's get into it.
Yeah. No, but when someone's that amazing, like on stage and off, like that shapes you as a performer. Absolutely.
Totally.
On all sides.
Yeah. And it also, I think it really clicked into my head that you don't have to be an asshole to be cool and like for people to think
Yeah.
you're like a superstar. You don't have to be like rude. And I think for
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
long, people not like got away with that, but I think there was this, I think for a lot of people, like this underlying expectation of you have to be like cool and like mysterious and all this stuff. And like he's probably one of the coolest people I know and is like the nicest person. And I
Yeah.
think that just makes it me be like, okay, there's no excuse to never like say thank you to people at venues or like all
Hmm.
these things. No matter how busy, no matter how special you feel or you or the people around you make you feel, you should always be pushing that energy to the outside as well. And yeah, so I just think that's like a huge reminder to me all the time.
Yeah. The show doesn't go off without the crew and the team and everybody
100%.
behind you.
Not unless I'm like want to stand out in the street and do it myself, which
Yeah.
I
Well, I
would.
mean,
I would love not. I would love to
it's
not.
fun, but
You see me busking. I'd get out
yeah.
there.
You like put your hat out. You're like, come
Yeah,
on,
I'm
guys.
like, please, begging.
Okay, so kind of talking about building your career and you're independent, is that correct?
Yeah.
How has that kind of helped you to shape your music and your sound?
Well, I feel like being independent, I mean, it really just gives you so much freedom to
Yeah.
do whatever you want, which is
Mhm.
very amazing and very scary because you don't have other people like guiding you. So I
Hmm.
think I've just had to really, really trust my instincts when it comes to like any song I've ever put out. It's been 100% my decision to put it out. And so
Yeah.
when that is like really just my choice, it takes away all the options of like placing blame on anybody if things don't go well or if it people don't like
Yeah.
it or anything. You can't turn to somebody else and be like, I knew we shouldn't have done that. You know, everything falls back on me. And I think there's something that's like also really motivating about that because I'm like, okay, if I want
Hmm.
this to do well, I need to make it do well. There's nothing that's the
Yeah.
easy equation ever.
Yeah.
So it's really challenging, but it's also like the most rewarding thing because like my small and mighty team that we have, we just have gotten so good at trying to like figure everything out by ourselves and making everything work. And if people are like, that's impossible, we're like, let us try.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
and so I've had to learn how to, I mean, be a graphic designer and a video editor and all these crazy things that I never thought I would be doing in my career, but it's also really exciting that nobody gets to like change or tell me what to do or put me in situations that I don't feel like fit like my community or fit the audience and don't reflect me as a person. So it's really wonderful, and I think helps me make music that is so much more of a reflection of myself instead of going through all these filters of other people's opinions. Um, and like having to edit my career and myself to fit like a really big team's like
Yeah.
perception of what my career
Expectation. Yeah.
exactly.
Or like having someone tell you what your sound or look or whatever should be.
Yeah. Which sometimes I'm like, please tell me what to wear. I'm like, for the love of God, somebody dress me because like I'm running out of ideas. But no, but it's
Just
so
walk into Hot Topic and you're fine.
girl, tell me about it. Usually the bins I have that are just like hot topic. But I yeah, and so sometimes I think that is probably the biggest struggle and also like the best part is it's like the grass is always greener and like having people sometimes I really want people's opinions to be like you should do this or you
Mhm.
should do this or don't do this. And then other times when I get those opinions, I'm like, don't tell me what to do, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so I'm also a Leo, and I think that has something to do about it, but I honestly
Yeah.
don't know anything about astrology. But yeah, so I think there's benefits to both, and there's also things about both that like don't um sit right with me sometimes. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think I'm probably I my goal is to kind of stay independent until I find like a partner that I feel like really understands what we're doing. And I think whenever I go
Hmm.
into those conversations about with labels or anything like that, I always like end up sitting there being like, is this gonna emphasize like all the incredible people that come to my shows. I can like see them in my brain and like see all these people I talk to every single
Yeah.
day. And I'm like, is this decision gonna like help the bottom line of like connecting with those people more and finding more people who need a place in like a community? Like, is that the goal? And if I don't feel like that's gonna be done correctly or done with like intention, then I just doesn't feel right to make those decisions. So until that standard is like met and I'm able to have like a very collaborative partnership, that I feel like they're doing right by my audience, I will probably stay independent and figure it out myself.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
That is
that.
an incredible mindset. I know. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is like speaking to my soul." That's exactly what I wish every single artist on the planet would ever say.
That's so nice. That's really nice. Thank you.
Well, especially because like
You
I know
bet.
for both of us, like the communities within music is like the biggest part of it. So it's so nice that you're
Yeah.
always having that in the back of your head because like that's how Abby and I
Hmm.
met is like through music.
Yeah.
So it's like, and that's we're long distance. So it's, when we get to go to shows
Hmm.
together, that's like the best part.
No,
Yeah.
it really is like such a special thing. And I think I like lost touch of that for a little bit because it felt, I feel like when we're on social media so much and that's our only way of interacting with each other,
Yeah.
we lose sight of like the real, like those real moments and like the moment when like the show
Hmm.
is starting and you're like, ah, and I still
Yeah.
feel that way. And I like even thinking about those things and the reason why I do this and the reason like how I want people to feel at my shows and I feel like I lost the ability to like remember that feeling and like why we are here and why we all choose to like spend time and money to get into a room together and have this like soul connection and experience and be honestly those videos and just like the last few weeks have brought that back to me so much because it's just reminded me so much of like how important that is and just like human connection and finding people. I feel like my shows are so hilarious to me sometimes because there's people who are like in their 40s and then there's like 5-year-olds and I'm always
Yeah.
like how do I engage with like such a scale of
Yeah.
people? And for a while I was like I don't really know how to navigate that and now I've realized like how insane that is that people from in all
Yeah.
those ages can somehow connect through this one thing and now they're all in a room. Like when else would they all be in a room together in this at the same time
Yeah.
in the city? And it's just really beautiful that there's like this string of things that connect people when there might not feel like there's a lot in common between them. And I'm like, I just want to have that string go all around the world a million times, like a little ball of yarn. And I'm just so lucky that I just feel lucky that I get to be a part of it. Like as a fan
Yeah.
and as a person who like loves music, I just feel like I'm just in the middle of this crowd and it's so wonderful for me.
Your
Oh,
artistry is so genius because it's so clear that like you are such a fan of so many artists that like you've gotten to see or work with and like it comes out in the music that you make, but it's also like totally you too. So
so much.
it's beautiful.
Just a fangirl at heart, really.
Yeah.
Just how can I work with all the people I'm a fan of? I'm like, I'll just start doing music.
Yeah.
No,
So that I
literally,
can be a
why?
Why do you think we're here?
Yeah, like literally, why do you think we started this?
fan. No, it's brilliant. It's like I need to get into the middle of it.
Yeah.
No, I love it. And I love that we all just like have this shared feeling in those moments and this like shared experiences. And it's so cool to me.
Well, talking about,
Should we talk
continuing
about
talking
what's
about what's next.
yeah.
Oh no. I'm like, what can I say?
Oh no.
Yeah, you're like, "Shh, I can't say anything."
No, it just like always happens to me because I'm like, I
Is
actually
there
can do
anything
whatever.
next?
Is there anything next, or are we just kind of
You
Yes.
can say
vibing?
yes or no.
Yes, there is. I mean, there's like I've been working on a lot of new music. I've been working on like a lot of music, and I am like definitely gonna put it out in the world.
At some point.
Amazing. That's what we want to hear.
That could mean anything, but
You're like, it
there
could
we
be
go.
tomorrow, it could be a year from now, but it's coming.
Maybe 2032. I don't know. No. I'm working on it currently to get out into the world as soon as possible. I'm so bad at like secrets. Like I just don't have any reason to not tell people things because like there's no one telling me not to. And then I have to like remember that I'm like, no, I have to be that person to be like have to hold some things back to like at least like finalize things before I should start just being like my team is gonna be like, what? You haven't even responded to our emails about these things. And I'm like, let's just do it. It's a good vibe. It's gonna be awesome. Have some faith in me, you
Punk
know?
rock thing.
Yeah, come on. It's rock and roll. Yeah, no, I'm very excited and I can't wait to have this conversation again when we know more.
Well, if you had to sum
And
up
it
your career with one word right now, what would it be?
Oh, fuck. Why is it so hard? I like forgot the English language. Whoa. No,
whoa.
that's not the word. That's not the word. Whoa. I would say, guys, I genuinely can you guys tell me? I'm like every time
Um,
I'm going down these like rabbit holes of like these really deep meanings, and then I'm like, that doesn't mean anything. I would
I
say
don't know.
maybe like, okay, this is the first word that came to mind. It doesn't really make any sense, but I
Yeah.
was gonna say forever, and I think that I just meant that in the
Ooh.
sense of like, to me, I just feel like my career feels like it is just like my destiny in the sense of it's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna be doing my entire life. And I think a lot of times it's meant like it's we're supposed to feel like there's these goals of and these places we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to get to. And I think I've recently come to the point in my life where I'm just like, actually, I'm gonna be here for a long
Be
time.
here now.
And I'm
Yeah.
just gonna like enjoy the moments that I get and try to like enjoy them slowly and not just rush to the next moment. And
Yeah.
I don't know, that's kind of I'm like leaning into my age and just into like being happy with like where I am every day. And I think my career is just going to be forever because there's really no other choice and I'm not good at anything else. And it's the only option for me. And that's going to be it.
Well, you're really good at what you do now, so that's all you need.
That's really nice. Thank God.
Yeah. I mean, we're here for the long haul. So if it's forever, we're here for it too.
We're just getting, I
We
can't
got you.
gray.
You got us.
Be like, remember when we talked about this 40 years ago and I'm still around,
Yeah.
again, out by
Remember
myself
when
on the
when
street.
Afterlife was the new song?
I can't imagine how much music I'm gonna have out by that point. You guys are gonna literally be
Yeah.
declining my calls. You're gonna be like, "We, this is too
Yeah.
much. We're sick of this, actually. Stop yapping." But no, it'll be great, and I just love that we all love this same thing, and it's exciting to find people who like truly understand it.
Yeah. Our last question is a funny one. We
Okay.
like to ask at the end of our interviews, what is your song of the day today? It can
Ooh.
be your song, it can be a song you've been listening to a lot, it can be just a random song that pops into your head.
Okay, wait, let me. Can I? This is like I was about to say this is like the last thing I was listening to, and it's also my boyfriend's band, so I feel like I should put them on.
Yeah.
But he's in a band called In Color that just put out a song called I Want You, and I genuinely think it's one of the best songs to come out this year.
Okay.
Okay.
I know them. They're good. He's
Wait,
good.
really? Oh, they're the
Yeah.
best. No, they're truly so incredible, and it like is exactly like the music that I love, and so I get to be like a fan, and that's exciting. I like love watching people.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, like watching people do what they are meant to do. But
Yep.
yeah, I listen to that song nonstop, and it's really good. And then also Afterlife. Bring it
Of
back to
course.
me.
Yeah.
Um,
Because we also love to be fans of people and see them do what they love. And that's Charlotte and Afterlife for us today. Yeah.
Guys, you guys have my back.
Would you like to share like how people can keep up with you, where to find you on the internet?
Yeah, I'll give you my address. Um, Hang
Like your
out.
mom?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, she probably already has. She's probably like, yeah, come visit, come have a snack. Um, you should come up. You should keep up with me. Sorry, I said you should come up. Come over. Charlotte Sands on Instagram. I'm on there pretty frequently. You should also join my Discord, which I have the link on my
Ooh,
Instagram, because like what we've been talking
okay.
about, I feel like my Discord is like the perfect place for people to meet friends. So many people have met there and like gone to shows together, and we have a lot of different channels for different interests, like photography and there's
Okay.
a channel that's just to share pictures of your pets, which I love. Um,
Oh,
and so have channels for a bunch of things that people can like join. And then we also sometimes do like mental health check-ins and we like all just talk about our highs and lows of the week and get to give each other advice and kind of like offer up any experiences or information that we have that might help other people. And it's just like a really wonderful thing. So you should join my Discord. Yeah, I have a TikTok and it's also Charlotte Sands and all of it is my name.
amazing. Alrighty. Charlotte Sands everywhere on the internet.
Yep. Follow them all, please, for the love of God.